Hey friends, welcome to Andy's Audio Crap, and today we're going to be talking about a Sansui FR-3060. Okay, let's dig in here. I love this era of the Sansuis. I believe these are early 70s. I have a 4050 in my personal collection. This one's in a 3060, and they're very similar in that you've got the solid wood construction around the plinth. The base of the plinth is still plastic, but metal, aluminum, just solid stuff throughout. Really nice, good, thick dust cover. It even has its original puck here, like it even says Sansui on it. Love that. Beyond the construction, it has several areas where it isolates the resonance and the vibrations. It has rubber feet, and then it has a floating base in the plinth. It doesn't have any further isolation, like some of them actually have further isolation where the tone arm and the plate are actually floating within the base as well. So easy operation on this thing. Just hit the start button and hold it. You have to hold it for a second, let it think about it, and then it's fairly quick. It's fairly quick about starting and stopping. It does have 30, I think it's 25 and 17. Yeah, it's hard to see at this angle. Most players that I use, that I play, that I have in my collection are just 30-17. I don't really need the 25. It does do the repeat function. Cool thing, interesting thing, I guess, more so interesting than cool. Sansui at this phase had transitioned from using single motor to dual motor. So when you say dual motor, what you have is you have one motor that's over here running the plate, right, and spinning the record. By the way, this is a belt drive, and so it's a fairly beastly motor sitting over there too. Back on task here, there's a second motor here that operates the tone arm, and it operates the position of the tone arm as well as the lift. And really it's just, how when you open up a turntable, some of the times you take the plate off, and underneath here there's a big gear. Well, that gear is operating all of this over here. That's absent in this case, and there's actually a really small version of that gear underneath this. I've had this one open and did some routine maintenance on it. It really didn't need much of anything. It has a new belt. I did have to replace the cartridge. The original Sansui cartridge was acting not the way it was supposed to. Let's just put it that way. And it was causing some really bad resonance. So, semblance, not resonance. An original Sansui head shell, usually when I get a Sansui, not usually, but about half the time when I get a Sansui, it's missing the Sansui head shell. I was about heartbroken when I got this one because it had a Gemini head shell on it, and I was like, gosh dang it, gotta go buy another head shell. And then there was a little envelope that came along with it, and inside that was this, as well as the original Sansui cartridge. Now I imagine the reason that Gemini was on there was because that Sansui cartridge was bad. I did put a new Stylus on this cartridge. It's an ADC cartridge. Sounds absolutely wonderful. I think it's very representative of what ADC could do. Some other stuff, in my opinion, sounds kind of flat. This one is not flat. The record, though, has been played so many times throughout the years that it is starting to wear. I really need to get a new copy of this. Okay, counterweight wise, you have your main counterweight, and then you have your sway counterweight over here. I don't remember what this one's actually called. I'm having a really hard time remembering what things are called this morning because I'm running on no sleep. This here is your anti-skate weight, and that is all of your weighting. So operation wise, it's fairly easy to operate, right? You have your start, stop, which they call start and cut, but you just hold it here for a second, let it get going, and it will drop, manage all of its stuff. It's fairly fast. If you look at some of my other reviews, there was one turntable that was driving me nuts because I thought it wasn't working, but it was just extremely slow. All right, so we're gonna drop it in the center and let it pick itself up. There we go. The repeat action works great. And let's just start it one more time and stop it. Now, one of the cool things about the start stop, I don't have the anti-skate set correctly here. One of the interesting things that came out of Sansui doing the dual motor approach was, just to demonstrate the stop, was that it freed them up from the confusion that can happen within the mechanicals. So if you have a turntable that has a start stop and that's all mechanical in there and a repeat on top of that, all of those mechanics, if you start hitting those buttons interchangeably while it's in cycle or waiting to get, or you're waiting to get done with it and you got impatient and this, man, you can mess those up. Some of them you can cause confusion within the mechanicals, and it's really not confusion. It's, you just end up messing the seat up on something and it'll get stuck in repeat. And that's usually not good. So I usually have to take it in for service so somebody can go in there and just pluck something down and over to basically reset it. Okay, I've diverted quite a bit. This is a beautiful player. Oh, cool. Another interesting feature about this series was that it had a remote. Good luck finding a remote, but it was a wired remote that would go in here and you just slide your plug in, and then you had a wired remote to start and stop your turntable. Okay, that's the Sansui. This thing is absolutely wonderful, beautiful, highly regarded. Sansui fans love these. They don't come up very often, especially clean examples, functioning clean examples. Hope you enjoyed the review. Like and subscribe, and I hope you have a really super cool good day.